So practicing arboriculture, which is to say, through much of that time, I was doing a spectrum of things. So I was planting trees for people, selecting and planting trees. I was removing and trimming trees. But I also practiced plant health care for all of that time, which is what our specialty is now. So we no longer do any nursery related things. We no longer do any removal or trimming services. It's exclusively consulting and helping people to save their trees, to inform them about their landscapes and to help them improve them.
And I understand that you have this service for essentially what you usually think of when you have an ash tree that is, I guess you can say, infested with ash or...
Right. It's that delicate little, there's a membrane or it's called the cambium of the tree. And it's right between the inner bark and where the wood starts. So if you were to tear bark off of a tree, you would have just exposed the place I'm talking about.
Okay.
And that is the place that this insect destroys. So it doesn't eat the wood, it eats that cambial layer. So the insect eats that and separates the bark from the wood, and that portion of the tree is done. It can't do anything. And it's not the insect, it's a larva. So that's another thing, is adults just emerge, fly, mate, lay eggs, and then they're kind of done. They eat a little bit too, but not too much. The females can eat also. But how you control these things is you control those larvae on the inside of that tree.
I see. And so your system essentially with treatment is, if these larvae get in there, and make sure that it has, like you said, an IV that you can still, the tree can essentially still move those nutrients of water.
Yes, that's right. So you're putting in the base of the tree, in the root flare, you're putting an insecticide right into some vessels that you've opened up, and the water carries that stuff up in literally everywhere up in the crown of the tree. So into the branches, into the trunk, into the branches, into the twigs, and into the leaves. So that no matter what this insect tries to eat, it basically will destroy it,
Okay.
It's highly toxic.